5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Reviewers. We're back in the building.
Back like we love something.
I don't know JB's trying out for Karate Kid, but he's got no sleeves and a headband. Fresh from the fucking
busted lip, nosebleeds, and a headband on. And I'm about to do the crane kick.
Right.
To these motherfucking to these punk ass motherfuckers just in general. Nobody in particular. Just punk motherfuckers in general about to get crane kicked. Because that's what we do right here on this glorious podcast that you people are tuning into as we speak.
Correct.
Which is the JB and Benny Blue review. And we are those guys that I just named. I am JB, he's Benny Blue.
Yeah.
And you know what? Before we even get started, we appreciate you guys for being here. You know?
Absolutely.
So many places in the world you can be, man, but you're right here with us. We fucking appreciate it. That's real. That's from the bottom of my fucking nutsack. All right?
Yep. God damn it. That's deep down. That's deep down, deep. Baby. Pause.
That's deep like balls. You know what I'm saying? Deeper and deeper.
Man.
That's throwback.
They could be, shit, JB. They could be in class right now, paying attention, but you're not. You're fucking with us. You're still gonna, do well on your tests. It's all right. You already know. You already know the material. Don't worry about it. School is a game. You understand? Listen to us, and we'll get you through.
You're a master multitasker. You know what I'm saying? We are empowering you right now. You young student, female, male, or other, whatever, at this day and age, no matter whatever you are. You know what I'm saying? We are empowering you to be the best you can be as a interscholastic athlete, student athlete, if you are.
Look at that.
Or if you're just a regular student, you know what I'm saying, on campus, getting that degree so you can join the workforce. We know that you are rocking with the JB.
Or start a business.
Start a business, of course, you know what I'm saying? Well, you got to get some paper, you know what I'm saying? Start that business. Order of operations, guys, you know what I'm saying? Don't forget it, order of operations. It's important, all right? We ain't going to start dropping that type of game. If you want to hear a game like that, we have a young man, you know what I'm saying, who you can listen to. His name's Kevin Robinson. Podcast called Kevin Hates Hip Hop. He was our brother.
Happy early birthday, Kev. His birthday is tomorrow. Happy birthday, Kev.
That's
the ultimate savage
birthday. So if you want a game like that about business, about how how to get the bag, go to Kevin Hates Hip Hop. He's on all listening platforms. He's dropping games.
Give him a 5-star rating on iTunes for his birthday.
Give him a 5-star rating. That's what I'm talking about.
Give him a shout out. Screenshot it. Show him that you're listening to it. Tag him at Kevin Hates Hip Hop.
Let him know. Because he'll holler back. You know what I'm saying?
Friend of the show, of course, CEO, co-founder of our proud sponsor, Pacific Home Buyers. Shout out to them. Yes. And shout out to you. Again, if it's the first time you're joining us and you're just watching us on YouTube, and you're like, who the fuck are these fucking assholes. Wild savage ass, these two assholes screaming at you through the camera? This is the JB and Benny Blue Review Podcast. We're on all streaming platforms. That's iTunes, Stitcher, Google Play, TuneIn, CastBox, Spotify, iHeartRadio, and of course, full episodes uploaded on YouTube and our Facebook. All of our social media.
CastBox, listen.
JB and Benny Blue.
CastBox.
Yeah.
Can we get paid? I mean, it's been 3 years now. Jesus Christ.
CastBox didn't make a CastBox. We still got love for you, but you didn't make a qualifying offer. So we're free agents. I'm not worried about CastBox. I love them, but I ain't worried about them.
I'm gonna send Stewie. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna send Stewie over there to get my money. You know what I'm saying? I need to know where's my money, man. See, this is what happens, man.
Yeah, so we're basically everywhere you can listen to us. Follow us at JB and Benny Blue on all social media, and of course, go to JBandBennyBlueReview.com for all past episodes. Put that /merch behind it. The OG review T-shirts and dad hats are officially live, powered by our friends at Trends Collab.
Review.
Get the merch now. Go get it.
Do that.
You know what I'm saying?
Do that. We appreciate it. Much obliged.
Much obliged, baby. That takes care of some top of the podcast business. Now, this is episode 130, and JB, a lot of shit's been happening. And this week, I really posed it to JB. Typically, as the OG reviewers know, in our patented production meeting, we have long, thorough discussions about different things we want to talk about, different classic segments that we want to have. But this week, I posed on JB what did he really want to go in on? And there's one thing that we want to touch on because it's right top of mind. Some shit just happened, but of course we're gonna give it to you in our own way. Not hot takes BS. And then some new phenomenon that's happening within the league in terms of how players actually want to move around in this league during the season. We're going to get to all that right now in a patented segment of JB's Burning. Cue that motherfucking music right now. Ooh, yeah. So JB, let me set up for you. First and foremost, oh my God, the saga with this nut continues, or it may not continue for him. For those who've been living under a rock. Of course, later last night being Saturday the 20th, Antonio Brown cut from the Patriots. This dude just got 2-3 women that are accusing him of various levels of sexual misconduct, of the top of the top, the worst kind, rape, all the way to just whipping his dick out, just doing all the way to like
flopping his balls in their face.
Yep.
Like.
And old Belichick has had enough. They cut him. They released a very short Patriot-like statement, just like, "Hey, we appreciate the hard work, but you're gone." All that stuff.
Yes.
Look, you went in on this dude after the Raiders stuff, and then of course he plays himself again, as you predicted, with the Patriots. So burn a little bit on this guy, AB, and what the fuck is happening with him now?
Well, first of all, Antonio Brown, I want to start by saying that we are praying for you, for your mental well-being.
Yeah. And
I'm not even going to say anything about the NFL because at this point, to me, it's bigger than that. Something's wrong with this dude.
Correct.
And I'm not making no excuses for his actions, but something's wrong, right? Mentally, whether it's just the sense of entitlement of that he's a star in the NFL. And I say star, meaning present tense, because there's no guarantee that, one, that these allegations are true, and two, that he won't play this year. Like, there's no guarantee that he won't be in the NFL this year. Like, you know what I'm saying? Because honestly, I feel like if these allegations are all falsified and shown to be falsified, then I'm pretty sure some team will pick him up. You know what I'm saying? They're going to pay him fucking pennies on the dollar, but they'll pick him up. He's that big of a talent. So at this point, AB, I'm concerned with you as a human being. Just from the silly shit that we've seen, right? The temper tantrums with the whole Raiders thing with the helmet. And I'm not going to play if I can't wear my helmet. That's not things that grown men and professionals do. The foot situation, we all know the shit. You know, you get in the cryo with no fucking, the required little foot things that you're supposed to put on your feet.
Frost biting your damn feet off. Yeah.
Right. That's just fucking silly. And then the last thing I saw, which was visual, was the whole farting while the doctor was performing whatever doctor shit he was doing to AB, right? Some form of checkup on it, you know what I'm saying, that he was doing to AB. AB was continuously farting in his man's presence. That is fucking childish. Like, that shit that a fucking kid does. Like,
right.
All the way to the whole I'm free when he got released by the Raiders, run out in his backyard talking about, come on, free. Well, now you're really free. All right?
Oh, yeah.
But
you're free now.
The danger of saying that he's free is now the word free takes on a whole new meaning. Right?
Right.
Because right now everything is civil, but at any point, these are allegations of sexual assault, which is a felony. So if they become criminal, hey, watch out. Because it's your word against her word. And that shit never really pans out, you know what I'm saying, the way that the guy wants it to. AB, stop. That's all I'm going to say. Stop. Be a fucking professional. All right? You just blew $30 million in fucking 13 days.
Damn. Wait, for the reviewers. Say that one more time.
This man blew $30 million in 13 days. And has nothing to show for it. Absolutely nothing. Now, I ain't talking about like nothing like saying, oh, you just got cars and houses, watches and shit. No, he has nothing to show for it.
Right.
Not even a fucking job. So
at
this point, AB, just fucking stop, man.
Right.
Stop. You're a talent. You've been a talent in this league for a long time, but now your legacy is tarnished because you out there doing the dumbest shit and I mean shit that's unspeakable. You can't even fucking like fathom. Like, it makes you scratch your head like, what the fuck is this? What? Right. He did what? Like, that's the type of shit he does. It's like, he did what? Okay. Like, again, motherfucker, you a kid or a grown man? You are a grown man with kids.
Right.
Like, so all I'm going to say is we're praying for you, AB. All right? But I need you to just fucking play football. All right? And that's not saying like, no, because, you know, some people be like, oh, you just tell them to shut up and dribble? No. I said play football because at this point, he's not speaking on political issues.
Yeah, he's not getting silence for that.
Yeah, he's not doing things that are trying to help the community. He's not trying to speak up on social injustices. He's fucking around. So, yeah, AB, it's time for you to just kick back and just be the professional athlete that you should be and be the great athlete that you are and play ball. So hopefully all this shit passes. I don't know what that man did, so I'm not going to call him, like social media, everybody knows he's a rapist and all this other, he's a rapist. You don't know what that man did and didn't do. All right? And all this shit is civil, which means somebody's trying to get paid. If you don't know what the fuck civil means, somebody's trying to get paid. And the shit happened in 2017, and so none of this shit happened in the last, like, everything happened almost 2 years ago. But now all of a sudden everybody's coming forward, these women are coming forward and saying what he allegedly did, all this sexual misconduct. So, AB, get the shit, get the shit together, but plain and simple, just flat out, you know, just like this is like a father talking to his son right now. Son, get your shit together, because that makes no sense to nobody.
Right. Yeah, and I mean the thing about it is, like, you're right. You have to let the due process go through, and what, you know, really just kind of putting a bow on it. The way I've really kind of summarized it is it possible that he did some of these things? Yeah, it's absolutely possible that he did some of these things. So I'm certainly not going to take it off the table. But if nothing else, what is absolutely confirmed with all the other stuff, like the stuff with the doctor and the stuff with the lady painting the mural of him and him like coming out with like a washcloth over his shit or whatever. If nothing else, it confirms something that our guy, future guest, friend of the show, whether he knows it or not, there's a handful of people on the networks that we actually respect, and one of them is Ryan Clark. And Ryan Clark came out and said, and Ryan Clark, the thing about Ryan Clark is people have been roasting him on Twitter for a year plus, like, oh, you can't keep AB's name out your mouth. AB was always coming at him, and he's reporting on shit that actually is coming out. So when he got dropped, he was talking about how there were times when AB was on the Steelers and teammates of his, you already know, like different teammates will have like their weekly radio shows, or if they get a thing on local TV. AB would tell, according to Ryan Clark, AB would tell some of their teammates, yeah, man, I'm coming on the show, and he would never show up. And he would just do little ticky-tack shit like that. And it's like, dude, no wonder why like the Steelers didn't want to give you the Brinks truck to keep you, because they could see the eye of the storm coming. Like you're just you're on some other shit, bro. And like people want to try to downplay it, like, oh, you're trying to give the diva label again. This dude is bringing it upon himself.
That's not even.
He's bringing it upon himself.
Ben, that's not even the diva label. You know what I'm saying? Diva label is, oh, I just want things to be the way I want it to be. Like the helmet thing was diva-ish. You know what I'm saying? That was very diva-ish. That was the most diva-ish thing that he's ever done. Right? When we talk about the whole label of diva, which, you know, Terrell Owens and the Chad Ochocinco's and they were, you know, and Chad, you know, he pushed the limits a little bit more than T.O. did. But those are diva-ish things. That's the crybaby poutish, you know. And the ultimate diva at this point, you know what I'm saying? You know, one of the baddest bitches out, Odell. You know what I'm saying?
Odell, the baddest bitch.
Yeah, between him and Uzi, I don't know who the baddest bitch is. You know what I'm saying?
A lot of lip gloss going on with that.
No homo pause. Please don't get it twisted. You know what I'm saying? But you know, I'm just calling them what the fuck they are. Like, you know what I'm saying? Them motherfuckers is as flamboyant as the late great Prince. You know. So. Yeah, AB, we just need you at this point to just fucking stop. But he's not going to, because that, you know, Maya Angelou, the late great Maya Angelou, said that when someone shows you who they are, believe them. Believe them. God damn it. And we've seen AB in many different situations. It ain't the first time. This ain't the second time. This ain't the third time. This is actually like the sixth time. So, AB, we believe you now. All right? We believe you now. Me personally, GM JB putting my GM hat on, I would not hire that man. I wouldn't have hired him if I was like everybody was, you know, ragging on how the New England Patriots scooped him up. I wouldn't have hired him if I was New England Patriots. And I told my son this shit, so it ain't like I'm just saying this shit for you guys on the podcast. I wouldn't have hired him if I was New England Patriots, because there's obviously a problem. There's a systematic dysfunctional behavior with this dude.
Right.
And I wouldn't hire him. Shit, I can do without him. Shit, fuck that. I'm gonna let that dude.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna let him do whatever he's gonna do over there. You know what I'm saying? Y'all can have that problem. Like what's the old girl name? The girl that supposedly slept with Tristan Thompson, the Kardashian friend. What's her name? Jordan Woods.
Jordan Woods. Yeah.
Yeah. Like Jordan Woods so eloquently put it. Why would I want your situation? Why would I want your problem? All right? If I'm a GM, I don't want that problem. Kiss my ass. I don't give a damn how much production he brings to my team. Fuck this dude, bro. Fuck this dude.
I mean, look, even if it's a situation where he's not he doesn't end up settling, or I know it's a civil case, so not quote unquote found guilty of the major things. If nothing else, that dude needs a solid year away from football, and he needs a new circle and therapy. You need therapy desperately.
Lots and lots of therapy.
Desperately, medication, a lot. Because if nothing else,
Ritalin.
like you said, Ritalin, yeah, whatever. Valium, whatever's gonna get the job done. Because like you said, that's not even diva at that point. That's chemical imbalance. That's just off.
You know what? He might be like grade 2 autistic.
Or bipolar. I would not be shocked if he's bipolar.
Right. Yeah, right. You know what I'm saying? Like because autism. Everybody thinks autism is kids just run around shaking and shit. Like no, it's just a lack of focus. It's a social awkwardness.
Right. But also really talented at one particular thing.
Right. Yeah. I'm not no damn doctor. You know what I'm saying? But like I just know some people that have that. You know what I'm saying? But like you said, they're very talented and good at what they do. But they still, without medication, they have this side. You like, what the fuck? Why would you do that? So I don't know. Like you said, but the man needs help. He needs work. Like Hammer said, in the words of MC Hammer, you need work like a car in a wreck. All right, that's what you need, AB. So I pray that you get it. All right, and that's all I have to say about that.
Bam. All right. And quickly, before we get into our first padded advertisement announcement, now what we're seeing in the league, it's been something that's kind of festering, and I'm curious to see how it plays out with the new CBA. Now, similar to the NBA, we're starting to see some notable players trying to make moves during the season, which normally in football is unheard of. You get Minka Fitzpatrick demands a trade from the Dolphins, gets it from the Steelers, and then Jalen Ramsey apparently has been having issues with Tom Coughlin, possibly with Doug Marrone, and now he's asking for a trade after the old Mississippi mustache led them boys and got the W, which we fucked up our first Savage pick.
Mississippi
mustache, which we'll get to next segment.
The Triple M.
Yep. So where are you at with this now? As you kind of mentioned in our patent pre-production meeting, in terms of the kind of new millennial mentality where you might not like it, but they're here and they're doing these things to kind of try to force their way into situations. Are we looking at a grass isn't always greener situation, Bizzleman?
Okay. So I got one question for you, Benny. It's just professional sports.
Correct. Yes, it is.
It is professional sports, right? Just making sure. Okay. Another question. They have a trade deadline, right?
They do. October or something. Yep.
They do have a trade deadline, right? I want to say it's October the 11th or 15th, something like that.
Something like that,
right?
Yeah.
So why, if I'm a professional athlete and I don't like my circumstance, I don't like the situation that I'm in with the team, I mean, and honestly, I don't think that, I think everybody's like, he wants to jump ship. With Jalen Ramsey, he's like, a lot of people say he wants to jump ship because they're not doing so well. I think Jalen Ramsey wants to jump ship because he's been disrespected. This is his 4th year. He has been a top 3 cornerback since he stepped foot on Jacksonville's complex. He's been a top 3 cornerback. He ain't been paid yet.
True.
He ain't been paid. He has not been paid. So his compensation for his work does not fit his performance. So in that aspect, he feels disrespected. Then they got him playing a style of defense that he doesn't like to play. Now, explain some of you people out there that don't know about football. You can run a zone and still have one guy playing man, right?
True.
The Cardinals used to do it all the time with Patrick Peterson because he's a shutdown cornerback, right? So why not cater to his talents? Why not do that? for a star player on your football team who can help you shut down an entire side of the field, why not do that? So these are Jalen Ramsey's arguments. So I have no problem with it. It's professional sports. They have a trade deadline. If they didn't want the guys to demand trades or be traded, they should not have a trade deadline. They should not even have a trade clause. Like, yeah, what's the problem? What's the problem? And everybody goes back to, I'm not gonna say no names, you know what I'm saying? Because I don't want to, have to slap nobody. One, two, you know what I'm saying? Have to, get in a verbal altercation with someone, you know what I'm saying? People gonna believe what they want to believe. People gonna say what they want to say, feel how they feel. But I'm not gonna be the old man yelling at the cloud. I've been that dude before. With music, mostly with music. I go back and forth with my oldest son, child of mine is Zion, my kid, artist, up and coming. But I used to have the conversation with him all the time, like, oh, this music sucks. There's no substance in it. Da, da, da. Well, now, of course, everybody says these kids are soft in the NFL. Oh, they're soft, and they just don't like what they had, so now they want to get traded and go to a better team and the super team mentality. There's no way you can have a super team in the NFL because those 11 guys aren't clicking. If those 11 guys aren't clicking at the same time, you can have 11 Pro Bowlers on your team, and they still ain't shit. I mean, look at for all intents and purposes, look at the fucking Browns right now. It's a pretty stacked roster. Stacked roster. And they're not having the success that everybody thought they would, or they even thought they would at this point, because they have to find that cohesion. So I'm all for it. I'm all for it. Minka Fitzpatrick, he got his trade because, Miami was clearly going down the tank. No pun intended.
That one's a little bit more understandable because it's like they're voluntarily tanking.
Right. Exactly.
Like they have no intention of winning.
So they're going downhill, and they're going downhill fast. And then Jalen is just a situation where he just doesn't like where he's at because of the situation. I mean, I just gave you all of the cons of him being in Jacksonville. I gave you every one of them, right? The fact he hasn't been paid yet, the defense, and the fact they're not willing to, run the defense around the great player that they have. And then, of course, him getting into it with Coughlin and Marone, it's like, that's just icing on the cake. I was like, you know what? Hey, y'all don't respect me. What all boils down to it, Benny, as a player, I want to be respected by my coaches and my peers, right? As a man. Because Jalen Ramsey is a man. That boy's married with a kid. He got
as much as he does in damn shirtless press conferences with Vaseline in his nipples, he's still a grown man.
He takes care of his family. He's got a mortgage. He's got car payments. He's a man. So you want to be respected as a man. Plain and simple.
Exactly. Well, listen, reviewers, we respect you because you've been rocking with us.
Mm-hmm.
When we come back, we are rolling smooth into week 3 Savage Picks.
Shit's funky.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we're going to see
already.
We're going to see who has the new lead going into week 3, and we'll see who got their week 2 picks right and what we're looking at here for week 3. You don't want to miss it. Stick around. This is the JB and Benny Blue Review Podcast, and we'll be right back, bitches. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. We are back. JB and Benny Blue Review. We love you. At JB and Benny Blue. JBandBennyBlueReview.com. All past episodes. Subscribe. 5-star rate us on iTunes. We'll shout you out. Call Savage Hotline.
All that.
818-850-2804. Who make Jones? 818-850-2804. Give us a shout out. We'll play it.
Yeah, buddy.
Of course, we'd be remiss, Bizzle Man, without giving another birthday shout out. Happy 72nd birthday to my mother, the great and powerful Virginia Ann Fick Rhinesmith, a.k.a. Mama Blue. Happy birthday to Mama.
What it do, Mama Blue?
Tonight. Yeah, that's right. We're going out tonight. It's going to be great. Nice little family dinner.
Nice.
It's a shout out to her.
Shout out to Mama, man. You know the mamas.
Yep. JB, I want to ask you this. Here's a question for you. Do you remember the 21st day of September? Huh? Do you remember that? Do you remember?
Earlier today.
Yep. I might put that underneath this, actually.
Yeah, we got to pump that. So earlier today, in my mind, I was thinking to myself, and I was like, the 21st of September should be a national holiday.
Should.
Because of that song.
They just play that song on loop, like a Christmas story. Just play it on loop.
Because of that song. Cedric, you remember? That's
I see Earth, Wind, and Fire twice. Rest in peace to Maurice. I saw Earth, Wind, and Fire twice before Maurice passed. Great. They were great. Well, and they were great well into their 60s and 70s.
Oh, yeah.
Crazy, man.
Oh, yeah.
That's real musicianship. The beautiful thing.
Oh, yeah.
You know what?
Oh, yeah.
I'll tell you what else is real.
What?
These savage picks. Oh,
yeah,
we're going to get to week 3, but fleeced.
Really bad right now.
We got to see how we did in week 2. And with the drum roll, please. Oh, the Blue Dini is taking a lead, baby. Oh, that's right. I'm at 20-11-1, and the Bizzle Man is at 17-14-1. Ooh, some ill-advised picks from last week. Let's go over it.
Ill-advised be the word.
First and foremost, Cat Scratch Fever dropped one at home to the Bucks. You both got that wrong. JB smartly picked the Niners to pick the Bungles, who got mashed out at Paul Brown.
Yes.
My Kitties got it done with a late big play slate pick of Philly Rivers there at home. We both picked the Packers. Correctly picked the Colts to get a bounce back win there on the road. Had the Pats, dude. I'll tell you what, man. The Bills are playing. The Bills aren't very explosive, but they're playing some sound ball, and I picked them. Yeah. JB picked the G-men. But on the flip side of that, JB picked the Squawks to go into the Steelers to get it done, and they did. There it is. Jesus, wake up the neighbors with that shit. Call it goddamn pest control. We both got the Cowboys to beat the old Skins. JB, of course, picked his own squad, who put up a good fight, and I suspect they may be getting on the W column this week. They put up a good fight against, quote, the Raven Nevermore. We both picked the Texans, both picked the Chiefs because they're rolling. We both picked the Broncos, who struggled to put some offense together. Saints Rams, I did not see the complete game, but I understand there was some tomfoolery toward the end. I picked the Rams correctly.
You talk about questionable calls, but
we both picked the Browns. And talk about that real quick. What did you see? That was probably the biggest matchup of last week. What exactly happened quickly for the reviewers that didn't see it?
Look, I don't remember exactly. I just know it's questionable calls. Like one being that sticks out, and it's really kind of changed the way the game, changed the momentum of the game for real. Cam Jordan, long story short, they strip sacked Goff. Cam Jordan picked it up and ran 80-plus yards for a touchdown. Mm-hmm. That play, by NFL rule, cannot be blown dead.
Ooh.
And the referee blew it dead. They blew it dead, so that touchdown didn't count. Buddy. That and that's just the biggest one. That sticks out like a sore thumb. But it was two more I know for sure. I just can't like just name them specifically. But there were two more calls that I remember. I can't give you rhyme or reason, but I just know there were two more calls. And they really just kind of played again. So the Saints get fucked again. And then on top of all that, you know what I'm saying, Drew tears the ligament in his thumb. And he has to get surgery. The exact same thing happened to mine. So I know exactly the surgery he had. He'll be out about 6 weeks. Probably won't be throwing the football for another 8 weeks. And that's that.
Damn. Cold-blooded. Well, we're going to see what happens with the old Saints and the Rams moving into the season. But, Foyce, we got to handle Week 3 in this week's edition. 2019 NFL Week 3 Savage Picks. Yeah. Cue the music right now. Letting the Mac off. Let's go. First and foremost, Bills, man, we're starting out with an L this week, Thursday Night Savage Picks. If you want to get those, make sure to follow us at JB and Benny Blue. We both picked the Titans to tighten up and get it done on the road. They only scored 7 in the fourth quarter, and the Mississippi mustache, Gardner Minshew, had 2 TDs. What did you see from the Jaguars who were coming off a lot of drama with the Jalen chip?
You know, here's one thing I want to say, and we do our picks publicly so everybody sees it.
Correct.
If I knew Gardner Minshew was from Mississippi, I would have never bet against him. All right, I didn't know because I don't know much about Gardner Minshew. I just know he's transferred to a few schools and so on and so forth. I just know his road to the NFL was a journeyman's road. So what I saw lack of execution on the part of Tennessee. I mean, you know, we know Mariota's sketchy to say the least. You know what I'm saying?
Honestly, this is a prove-it year for Mariota. Let's be real.
Yeah, and I don't think he's doing a good job of it. But Henry couldn't get going in the run. And look, credit to Jacksonville, man. They just came out and they played harder. And I think that's what it all boils down to. It looked like Jacksonville just wanted more than Tennessee, and it showed for 4 quarters, and that's why they got their ass kicked.
Yep.
Fuck you very much, Tennessee. All right.
Yeah, exactly. Tennessee letting us down after a strong thrashing of the Browns.
season.
We'll see how it with them the rest of the season. All right, moving into it starts the AFC matchup between 0-2 Bungles featuring the 2-0 Bills in Buffalo, and the line is 6 for the Bills at home.
I got the Bills at home. If the Bills are playing in Cincinnati, I'll probably pick the Bengals because I think they're just kind of like, they're inches away from the win. But Bills being at home, I got to roll the Bills Mafia.
Yeah, exactly. I'm going Bills as well. They're playing sound ball. The Bungles just have, just no real identity right now. And, listen, they're 0-2. Kind of a must-win game for them to actually have a real season with this at this point. So I don't think they're going to get it done. Bills Mafia's going to be out in force, fucking throwing themselves, power-bombing themselves.
Throwing babies through tables. Right?
Did you see that baptism? Did you see that?
That was
baptism?
Beautiful. I'm sorry. That was one of the cutest things I've ever seen in my life. All right, the baby was so with
the
it.
Baby down.
Yeah, she was so with it. She was just like, yeah. It was beautiful.
Right through the table. Bills Mafia.
Shout out to the Bills Mafia, man.
Yes.
One
day the review will be live from Buffalo, and we will be calling people up on stage to let them get power bombed or choke slammed voluntarily, of course.
I would jump through a table. I would. For the Bills Mafia, for the Bills Mafia, I would suplex the table, flying suplex off the top rope, blam.
Yep.
Through a little table.
I'm with it.
Easy.
Open it, yeah. Bills Mafia. Somebody at Bills Mafia, get at us at JB and Benny Blue. Let's work something out so we can get up there. Hell, hire Bizzle, man, and you never know. Maybe you just catch him in the parking lot one day.
I gotta holler my dog Lorenzo Alexander. You know what I'm saying? We might be able to make that happen. Benny. We might be able to make that happen.
All right, shit, I'll book a flight. Hey, speaking of a team that's booking a flight to get thrown through a table, it's the 0-2 tanking Miami Dolphins against it. Woo-wee! How about them Cowgirls? I mean them Cowboys. And JB, the line is a disrespectful 23 points for the Cowboys 2-0.
I'm going for them 6 shooting, boot wearing, 10-gallon hat having, spurs on the back of your boot, fucking stallion riding Cowboys, baby. Whiskey drinking, 6 shooter shooting. You know what I'm saying? Whorehouse loving Cowboys. Some things never change. Cowboys get it done. This is not even like this is one of those should I I really have to pick those games.
You're really gonna pick this of the week. Yeah.
I agree. Right.
Dolphins are an absolute mess. Josh Rosen's getting the start, that's brutal.
Poor fella.
Doesn't that kid on the road?
Poor fella.
Yeah, it's going to be. You talk about a player, JB. You mentioned Minka Fitzpatrick in the previous segment. Talk about a kid who needs to actually demand a trade, not get traded. Right. Good Lord, Josh Rosen. Hey, call your agent online. Get Drew Rosenhaus on the line. Do something.
Couple teams that need a quarterback that can play, and he can play.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. Well, speaking of a team that has a quarterback, it's the Packers hosting the winless Broncos, and the line is a touchdown and a half for the Cheese Eaters at home.
Well, at home, I know they're going to get the victory. It does scare me a little bit because I think the Broncos with Joe Flacco are just a hair away from, it's new coach, you know what I'm saying, so on and so forth. But that defense, phenomenal. Von Miller and then Chubb, like that defense it's scary now. The defensive backfield is probably, the most shaky part. And the new look Packers defensive backfield is holding it down. So, yeah. Doom. Go, Pack, go.
Yep. Broncos, you're a long way from Mile High, and you're going to feel it. I think the DBs for Green Bay are going to be giving old Fluco Flacco some fits. And, I suspect that the Packers are going to start getting into a real groove. Rodgers and LaFleur are getting better by the week. You can see it. And I think they're going to go 3-0 and get it done as well. All right. It's the Dirty Boys flying into the Colts. Both teams are 1-1. And the line is 1.5 for the Colts at home.
I think this is going to be the first one we disagree on. I know how you feel about your coach. You love those guys. All right. Now, we all know how I feel about the Falcons. All right. If you listen to this podcast, you guys know how I feel about the Falcons. Okay? But I do believe that the Falcons have gotten their little groove, their little regular season groove that they get in. What they do, all right? With the win that they got last week against Philly, which was a good win against a good team. A little bit better than the team that they're playing this week. So I think the Falcons carry that momentum and they get they squeak by and get a win in old Nap Town.
Yeah. Well, to surprise you a little bit, I'm going to agree. I think that they're finding just enough firepower with with Julio, with Ridley, with Sanu. I think Ito can get out in space too. You know what I'm saying? The Judge bang the gavel, and I think I think that there's Yep, exactly. And I think there's going to be some mistakes made. That's the one thing about the Colts, man. Even without Andrew Luck, they're still playing some sound ball. That's going to be a very watchable game. I'm very curious to see how it goes. I do think you're right. I do think the Falcons fly out of there and steal a win in the grips of their talons as they fly back to the old Mercedes-Benz Stadium. Oh, man, probably the game of the week, man. It's quote the Raven Nevermore flying into the Chiefs, and the line is 5.5 for the Chiefs at home. But as the words of the I was about to say late. He's still with us, thank God. The words of the great Lee Corso, not so fast, my friend. What do you got?
Well, I'm looking at the weather out here in old Kansas.
Ooh, weather check. First weather check of week 3.
First weather check of week 3. Benny, it's gonna rain. All right, and Kansas City is one of those places when the weather threatens, it ain't no threat, right? So when they say that it's gonna rain, it's gonna rain, all right? So with that being said, now I have to go to the team with the best running game, all right? Now, Chiefs can throw that ball all over the place. The ball gets slippery and nasty. How's that gonna affect them? I'm gonna go with the new look Ravens. All right, to win this game.
Taking the upset.
All right, it ain't gonna be much. And again, the reason being is I'm gonna pick the best defense at this point. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. As great as Patrick Mahomes is, I know the Ravens defense led by the vet, old Earl Thomas. They're gonna get it done, I believe. And it's gonna be a squeaker, like you said, game of the week. And old Lamar Jackson. What's his name? Lamar Jackson.
You said LeVar.
Yeah. Again, the
LeVar Ball Jackson.
The better running game. All right, the better running game. So I can see Jackson getting around that corner for some key first downs, keep the drives moving. Where Mahomes, not so much.
Okay. Well, yeah, the first one we're actually going to disagree on. I am going to take the Chiefs. I think if it were this is a home away game for me. I think if it were in Baltimore with those conditions, I think Baltimore wins. I think it is a squeaker, but I do think the Chiefs are dynamic enough. Andy Reid's a little bit better of a play caller than old John Harbaugh, and I do think the Chiefs squeak it out and get it done. But it's a real tester, All right, it's the Raiders. It's the Raiders who JB last week said aren't even really worthy of the boomer Chris Berman intro at this point. At the Vikings, and the line is I think a little high. The line is 9.5 for the Vikings at home.
Okay, again I'm gonna go with the better running game, and the Vikings have it. That boy Cooks is cooking. I don't know what else to say. He is hot fire right now. Dylon. And then, of course, if Cousins plays quarterback at a 40% level, then they'll win the game. The Raiders are still a lot to prove with them, still a lot to prove with them. So I'm going to go with the Vikings.
Yeah, exactly. This one has all the makings of potential jankification, I'll tell you that much. But I agree. I'm going to take the Vikings to control the clock, play sound enough on both sides of the ball. Definitely not expecting a lot from Kirk Cousins. But I think they make the least amount of mistakes in a game like this. I do think they're going to play down to the Raiders' BS for the first quarter and a half. But I do like them pulling away and getting it done. I don't know about 9.5, but I like them.
What time is this game? What time is this game, dude?
That game is a 10 a.m. Pacific, 1 p.m. Eastern game, like most.
Yeah, that's gonna be bad for the Raiders because they got to come over from the West Coast. Yeah, they're gonna start out lackadaisical. Yeah, they're gonna start. They'll be down 10-0 before you know it. I know. Yeah,
exactly.
Ridiculous.
Exactly. Moving right along here, it's the BUMS bums. Oops, I'm sorry. The JETS Jets.
No, you didn't have to.
Third string quarterback.
You didn't have to correct it. You said it right the first time.
I had it right the first time. Oh, okay, I got it. Okay. Yeah. So they're down to Luke Falk out of I think Washington State. Yeah, Washington State. Because Sam Darnold's apparently been slumming it at USC and kissing co-eds and getting mono. So he's out for a few weeks. And they're facing the Pats, dude, in another disrespectful line. It's the Jets at the Pats. The line is 21 for the Pats at home.
Yeah. I don't even have to tell you who I'm picking. All right. And this is a bet the house.
This is your panded.
I'll bet 3 houses on this motherfucker, man. Yes. I'm betting the house.
There you go.
Thank you.
There you go.
I'm betting the house. I'm taking the line. Taking all that shit.
Put your money up. Oh man, yeah, total domination I'm expecting from the Pats. And yeah, that one has a potential to get very ugly. All right, Bizzle man, here we go. We're getting into our squads. It's my Honolulu Blue Cardiac Kitties rolling into the banged up Eagles, your drafting team, and the line is 5 for the Eagles at home.
You know what? The Eagles have burned me. They burned me so many times. Sean Jackson's not playing. I want to say that Peters is banged up, the left tackle. I'm going to roll with the Kitties on this one, man. I just can't, I can't, because the Eagles are they're so fucking iffy, bro. Like, at this point, if they were healthy, then I'd be like, yeah, all the way. You know what I'm saying? Philly all the way, because they're playing at home. But yeah, they're banged up. Carson Wentz is going to throw a key interception. There's going to be some sort of key turnover. It's going to help you guys get the W. So yeah, the Kitties get the W.
Yeah, man. And of course, picking our own teams and going the Kitties as well. I do think, realistically, non-biased due to the injuries, I think they are going to, get it done. I mean, the one thing Jim Schwartz can say, "Oh, I coach the Lions, I know him well." We know your tendencies too, there, Jimmy. So you have to make some plays. And yeah,
the right guard of the Philadelphia Eagles is fucking trash right now. And you guys have 2 pretty good defensive tackles. I think they're going to have their way with
snacks with Daniels.
Yeah, I think they're going to have their way with that cat.
Yeah, I mean, reviewers, if you're going to put some money out, you actually may come away with some coin on this one, because the line is in favor of the Eagles. So take advantage before Vegas wises up. So wait, we're both taking the Kitties. Oh, and we've reached it. It's a big game in the Bridges household. As it's 2 of his best former employers. It's the Black Cats, the winless Cat Scratch Fever.
The winless Cat Scratches.
Into the winless and tied Birdgang, them AZ Cardinals. And the line is 2 for the Cardinals. And Cam Newton has been officially ruled out, Bizzle man.
Yeah, we're going to get this win. The question is, are we going to show the offensive explosion that we can show? Because this is a game where we can really just stack it up and put a really good showing out there. Defensively, we can shut them down. It can be a real good feel-good win for the Cardinals at home. I will be in the stadium, so you guys will be seeing footage from me acting a damn ass. Headband will be on, as it is right now. You guys are checking out the YouTube. Shout out to the young boy, Kyler Murray, who showed a lot of maturity, man. For a young kid who's been thrown in that position, he showed a lot of maturity. Not just being not just dickhead maturity, not just like this stone-faced fucking asshole, you know what I'm saying? He laughs and jokes with the media, but man, he's the ultimate competitor on that football field. Little big man, I call him. A little big man's gonna handle his business. He's gonna get it to his receivers, and we're gonna run the ball with DJ a little bit, and balance offense, get the W.
Exactly, I agree. I'm picking the Cardinals as well. I think the Panthers are going through some crisis, especially with the fact that Cam is out. And here's the thing about the Birdgang. The one positive that I've really seen from them, I'm sure you've noticed, is that all these games so far they've been in these games. It's not like they're getting mashed out.
I think our loss total right now is at about 8 points.
Yeah, it's not much. It's really not.
Less than 10.
They were in that game with the Ravens, and obviously they came back to tie with the Kitties, so they're right there. And I think they're due for a win, a big one at home. The Red Sea is going to be fired up, and I think they are going to get it done. So, we're both picking the Birdgang on that one. All right, it's the G-Men rolling into the old pirate ship. The Giants and the Buccaneers. The line is 6 for the Buccaneers, and Daniel Jones gets the start for the G-Men.
Danny Jones. Okay, so if Sterling Shepard plays, I feel like this kid's gonna bring a spark to this team, and I could be very wrong. All right, but I feel like the Buccaneers are not that good. I love you, Bruce. Todd Bowles' defense is playing at a high level. Give him that. But I feel the gentrification strong right now, Strong it is, gentrification. So the Yoda in me is telling me that the Giants are going to squeak by and get their first fucking win against a very unstable Tampa Bay team.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going with the G-Men.
I am going with the G-Men as well. I think a big mistake is going to cost the Buccaneers late because there's certain issues that they have on offense that they just can't escape, and I think, listen, they're a real jankification team where they could be leading the whole game in this one. I can see, and then just effing it up at the end, and the G-Men squeak away. I'm expecting a big play from one Saquon Barkley to put the nail in the coffin.
One thing, the reviewers you guys check out, Jameis Winston, I'm still not sold on him. He has been a game manager in the W's that the win that they got. He was a game manager. But how long is that going to last?
Correct. Exactly.
So we'll see. I got the G-Men, man. I feel like they're going to get their first win.
I agree. All right, taking it to the AFC, it's the old Texans going to the LA, San Bernardino, Riverside, friggin' Vegas, San Antonio Chargers. And the line is 3 for the Chargers at home.
Man, here we go again. Chargers, man. Fucking Chargers, man. I don't know. Like, I was giving y'all, like, hella credit at one point. Like, what the fuck? Like, seriously. I was like, I felt like, the defense and all this shit that was going on, I'm saying? You guys are doing good things. And, like, okay, Chargers, hey, they're going to be okay. Wrong. I'm going to Texas, man. Fuck the Chargers, bro. They just piss me off, man. They really do. They just. Like, what the fuck you gonna do, Texans?
I agree. However, I do think the Chargers are going to squeak one out. I don't see them losing back to back. Because listen, I mean, Joey Bosa is going to be wreaking havoc on Deshaun Watson. I mean, they can't protect him. So can the defense hold up? I don't know. I don't think it's going to be a very watchable game, but I do think the Chargers are going to squeak one out at the end. All right. Moving right along, it's the Steelers going to the old Big Bell Bottom. That's the Steelers at the Niners, and the line is 6.5 for the Niners at home, and the Steelers are without Ben Roethlisberger for the rest of the season.
So the Steelers are going to start this kid, what's his name?
Mason Rudolph.
That's
right.
Who is a devout Trump supporter, by the way. So
is he really?
Yeah, he supports that one silly white bitch that always has something to say.
Take an L in life.
Yeah. I was about to say that doesn't narrow it down, does it? But yeah. So anyway, I'm going with the Niners because they're playing at home. If Steelers are playing at home, I probably would pick them, even though the Rudolph kid's starting. The Steelers have a lot of problems. All right.
Yeah.
And the Niners are gaining momentum. 3-0. I mean 2-0 right now. Look, the Big Bell Bottom is gonna be fucking rocking. All right. I'm talking about it's gonna be fucking rocking. They hadn't had nothing to cheer about in a long time for the Niners. Like seriously hadn't, sparks here and there. 2-0 at home. Yeah, it's gonna get crazy out there. So the Steelers are gonna be 0-3.
Yeah, I agree. I'm picking the Niners. This, for some reason, this does kind of have a vibe of a trap game. I can't figure out why, but they're having issues, obviously, with quarterback, and then obviously you're really having a hard time on defense. I like how Garoppolo's getting a lot of his playmakers involved, and I do think they're going to be hyped. There's going to be a lot of Steelers fans in the building, no doubt. But I do think I do think the Niners are going to have to get over some early bullshit to get it done, but I do think they pull away and ultimately win. All right, it's the old Saints riding into the old squawk nest. Saints at the Seahawks, the Drew Breesless Saints, and the line is 5 for the Squawks at home.
The Breesless Saints. I have all faith in Teddy Bridgewater. He's going to do well, but not this game. Here's another AccuWeather for you guys out there, reviews out there. It's going to rain in Seattle.
Rainy? Seattle. Oh, wow.
What time was this game, Benny?
What a big surprise. That's an afternoon game. That's 1:20. That's 1:25 their time.
1:25. All right. So let me give you guys the whole mentality or the whole mindset when you're playing Seattle. You're going to wake up about 9 o'clock. You're the Saints. Probably about 8 o'clock wake up, breakfast, you're going to be served. You might have a walkthrough. You might have a position meeting. Talk to your position coach. You're going to get dressed. You're going to head to the stadium. The weather's going to be drab. You're going to wake up to no sunlight. It's going to be raining.
You're right. That's right.
You're going to get to that stadium, and ain't going to be nobody in there because everybody's outside drinking Starbucks, fucking chilling. All right?
Mm-hmm.
You're going to go in the locker room. You're going to come out and warm up. There's going to be a few people in there. You're going to go back in for warm-ups. You're going to come back out. There's going to be 65,000 Starbucks-filled, crazed fucking lunatic fans sitting in them goddamn stands. Quest Field is built so that the noise bounces back down to the stadium. You think the crowd don't know that Drew Brees ain't playing? Then it's going to be raucous.
Yep.
Right? It's going to be loud. It's going to be hostile.
Exactly.
It's going to be a playoff environment at CenturyLink Field in Seattle, Washington at 125 tomorrow. And the Seahawks prevail in situations like that at home.
I am taking the Seahawks as well. In fact, I'm so confident this is my Week 3 Pacific Home Buyers Bet the House pick of the week. I'm taking the Seahawks to give them hell. I'm expecting to see some decent things out of Teddy. I'm actually curious to see how they use Taysom Hill this week as well.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
The Swiss Army knife, if you will.
We got to see what's cracking. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm pretty sure Sean Payton is going to have some tricks up his sleeve now. He's not going to, he ain't going to get dead in. You know how Payton is. He's not going to just get dead. So, I'm anxious, man. I'm excited.
Exactly.
Can't wait to see this. This is going to be one to watch.
Exactly. Now, we're moving into Sunday Night Football. It's the LA Rams going to the dog pound. It's the Rams at the Browns. And the line is 3.5 for the Rams on the road. No faith from Vegas in the Browns, Bizzleman.
The damn Browns throwing up the W. All right? The Browns are going to beat the Los Angeles Rams at home. It's going to be a buck wild atmosphere. It's going to be crazy in the motherfucker. And one man, Myles Garrett, is going to wreak fucking havoc. That dude is on a tear, bro. He's on a tear. Double teams, triple team. He'll give a fuck. This dude is all over the place. And it's just going to open it up for the other dude on the other side. What's the cat's name that came from New York? It starts with V.
Olivier Vernon.
Yeah, Vernon. Gonna open it up for that dude. Goff is gonna be under duress the whole game. But let's just be real about the situation. The Rams' offense is gimmicky. If you stop Todd Gurley, we know what the fuck happened. All right, Cooper Kupp's back. I get it. You know what I'm saying? Robert Woods is there, and I hope Robert Woods has a good day because we have him in fantasy. But I think the Rams show the NFL and the world what everybody's been wanting to see. And that's the Rams just fucking go crazy. The Browns just go crazy. All right, so Chubb, big things. OBJ, big things. Juice, big things. Njoku, IR. Damn.
Fantasy.
Had to get him away from fantasy. I got rid of him. I got took care of him.
Well, damn, GM, yeah. You got to consult your assistant GM. Oh,
yeah, but still, bro, it wasn't nothing out there. Trust me, it was nothing there. But they put him on IR. We had to get rid of him, bro. Like, he was wasted.
Wasted roster spot. I feel it. Sometimes you got to make tough choices in fantasy football.
Got to, man.
Which after this week, we're going to recap the standings here for our For the People NFL.com fantasy league. So you're taking the Browns.
Look.
We need to get it together. It's early in the season. We need to get it together.
It is.
I feel like I'm going to regret this pick because I somehow think the Rams are going to squeak one out after a lot of hype and pomp and circumstance. But I am going to pick the Browns. I think they are going to get it together and be dynamic just enough. Aaron Donald is going through some stuff. He's questionable. I know they have a couple other key players that maybe not the healthiest for the Rams.
I think
I'm going to take the Browns, man.
I know that they're not really revealing much about Aaron Donald. I think Aaron Donald has a broken rib.
Very possible.
And that's not good. Yeah, and that's not good for his little ass because if I'm the offensive line coach, we coming at your ass, partner. We're going to make life real fucked up for you, partner. So, well, only time will tell.
Exactly. And finally, final pick of Week 3 Savage Pick is... It's the Bears going into the old Redskins. I don't know if I'm going to be watching this one, but it's the Bears, the Redskins, the winless Redskins, and the line is 4 for the Bears on the road.
The jankification's at an all-time high. Landover, Maryland, Monday night. Janky. All right, super janky. The Bears, not very good right now. All right, let's just be real about it. Offense is sputtering. All right, defense can only play for so long, but before they get burnt out. I think Reed's going to play for the Redskins, and I think the Redskins are going to get a janky-ass win at home Monday night.
You read my mind there, fella.
Over the Bears.
You read my mind. I think the jankification will be within the stadium, and it's going to be ugly, unwatchable.
This is going to be looming. This is going to be looming over the stadium. It's going to be a funky fog, even if you will.
Yep. Like. Exactly. Yeah, I've been to a game at FedEx, and it just kind of has that jankification vibe. Like you feel like whatever you think is going to happen ain't going to happen in the reverse. And I do think that the Skins get a jankification win at home. All right, reviewers, that's it for week 3. We'll see who is right, who is wrong, who is both right, who is both wrong. Bizzleman, any quick thoughts before we get on up out of here and let these reviewers enjoy their foosball weekend?
Hey, B, we're praying for you, bud. All right, I just want to be real as a man, like a man to a man. I'm praying for you. I'm praying for better things in your life. I'm speaking, you know what I'm saying, victory in your life. I'm manifesting change. And I just want you to be a better man. You got 2 kids, man, that love you and look up to you. And right now, you're not being a good role model to them. So, other than that, the viewers out there, you know we love you. We know we appreciate you. If you want to holler at us, give them the number, Benny.
818-850-2804. Who, Mike Jones? That's 818-850-2804.
You want to holler at us on social media, it's JB and Benny Blue on all your social media platforms. That's Facebook, that's IG, that's Twitter. You know what I'm saying? Shoot us an email if you need to at jbandbennyreview@gmail.com. Whatever you got for us, you know what I'm saying? Loves, hates, as Benny would say, titty pics. All that's appreciated, loved. We fuck with you guys in a higher vibration.
Exactly.
All right? Way higher than you could possibly imagine. All right, the love we have for you guys is through the roof. And one more again, this has been the JB and Benny Review. And we out like shout.
We out. We love you.
Peace.